first of all, this was the idea of Olivier Debré on the sign of the smile. I said, very interesting, the smile. As you see the choreography, we have a lot of these. We have this kind of smile, and also the dancers have smiles like this, carried by the men. And what was fascinating for me, and I thought, to work on the smile. But for Olivier, this was the first symbol of a child, was the smile. And he was right, because I remember when my son was born, when he first smiled at me. I mean, it broke my heart. So it's wonderful to work with Olivier. Our work is similar in a way, because he doesn't work with story. He's a painter, he works with poetic images. So there are 7 tableaux based on his paintings. And it was just wonderful, like it opens with the Sourires, Lueur du matin, the morning, Esprit de bleu. At the end is the scene of victoire. So we use all these signs in our work. And for me, it was incredible because my work is very visual. I mean, I'm sometimes compared to cinema also, and dream-like. So I fit perfectly with Olivier. So he's the one who initiated all the tableaux. I worked from my point on the choreography, which was very inspiring, because the things he asked me, I mean, I would never work on a smile. So everything was a collaboration. And also René's music, I asked him for some, he knows me very well, some mystic music that goes into the mist. I wouldn't say there's a story, really. Because of the yellow, I had this idea for the wig, because he talked about the wind coming through all the tableaux. And for me, you know, with her hair, and she walks like this, I mean, with her hair out, it's a wind figure. And Kader's figure, it was this idea of blue, okay, yellow and blue, complementary, as a painter is, and colors. And then the idea, he wanted him in blue as a sign of victoire. So you see the soloist doing that. So it's 2 figures who always come back. And I like them because, especially the dress, it's like a Fellini. How it came together was some sort of miracle, because everything fell into place. And when I see it now, you know, I work very much with René. I've done many works with him. So René and I were working on the tableaux, and you know, he gives an ambiance to his music. He creates the space, also with Olivier, and also time and space. This Lueur du matin, I asked René to give something very ephemeral. The sun's coming up in the morning, and the sun falls down. And this is the solo, which she has all these wonderful things in her hands. It's so nice to do this interview because I can dance. My parents are Finnish, my grandparents, and every week we had these Finnish meetings with Kalevala. And they always asked me to improvise. Since I was 4, 5, 6, they put on Sibelius, and I just danced my heart out. So I think I instinctively, I think I was born to dance, actually. And I studied actually in classic. I was at San Francisco Ballet. I mean, that's why I can work very well with the dancers, because I understand the classic. But I remember one day I was standing at the bar, like everybody, and I said, wait a minute, not me. And then I met my master now in Nicolai. I was teaching in London, and Rolf Lieberman was there at the Paris Opera at the time, and he knew me from Owen Nicolai. We did a production with him in Hamburg. So he asked me if I would like to do an Edgar Varese evening and to work with the opera dancers. And I said, a Paris Opera, I said, I'm not quite ready yet. So I said, I'll do a solo. Being very American, I'll do a solo. He said, I take it. My gosh. So I chose Density 21.5 Edgar Varese. And then Lieberman asked me if I wanted to stay and do a group at the opera. So Lieberman made me an étoile de l'opéra. Serge Lafar and myself were both the étoiles who've never studied there. And so I started the group. The first day I had 3 people, then I had 40, I had 100 people. Lieberman was fantastic. He opened the doors, he took a risk. And he said, I don't work anymore if I don't dare to risk. So in the 70s, he changed the opera totally. Fired opera singers, got people new, he got Robert Wilson in, got, I don't know, these great people. But he had a vision. And he took a risk to have us, the G.R.T.O.P. And this was amazing. It was the first time in the history of an opera house to have a contemporary work in the house. So this is grace of Rolf Lieberman. I owe him everything that I'm here now.